Let's go to page 421. So we're going to start to solve equations. Now, in order to solve equation, you have to know sometimes some answers are not allowed. So, for example, if there are variable in the denominator, there would be the restricted value, so it's not allowed. So let's go to example 2 on page 422. So you have x over 2 plus x over 3 equal to 5. So all we're going to do is right now to see if any excluded value. So you look at the denominator. If there's no variable, means all the answer you get is fine. Okay? So there's no restricted value because when you have fraction, you cannot have a 0 in your denominator. So when you get to like example 4, when you have x over x minus 3 equal to 3 over x minus 3 plus 4. In this case, that 3 is an excluded value. So 3 is not allowed. Because if you have x equal to 3, you're going to have 3 minus 3, you're going to get 0. So x equal to 3 is not allowed. So 3 is excluded value. So 3 is an excluded value. Okay, so again, you just look at denominator. Again, right now we're not solving yet. We just go and look at what value not allowed. Okay, so if you go to, like on page 424, so on page 424, if you look at some of these problems, so like this one, right? This one will have no excluded value. Okay, this will have no. This one, the excluded value would be equal to 0. Okay, so that's how you can tell. Okay, now if you go back to this one over here, go back to the section. So if you look on here, right, like this one here. Let's go and move this down a little bit. So on page 420, over here. So excluded value would be 2. Okay, so 2 is not allowed. So this is on page 420. So excluded value is 2. 2 is not allowed. Over here, excluded value is negative 3 because negative 3 is not allowed. This one, there's no excluded value because there's no variable on the bottom. Okay, again, excluded value means you cannot have a denominator equal to 0. Now, if you go to number 5. Okay, let's go to page 420 for number 5. So you have x minus 4 over 3x squared minus 6x. So as soon as you see addition, subtraction, you need to go and do factoring. So first you need to factor the bottom. So you can factor the 3x, so you're going to get x minus 2. Again, we're not solving yet. Right now, we're just going to figure out what value not allowed. So excluded value would be 0 and 2. Because if you have x equal to 0, you're going to make denominator equal to 0, which is undefined. So you cannot have that. You cannot have x equal to 2. Because when you have x equal to 2, you're going to get 2 minus 2. You're going to get 0. So again, it's not allowed. Okay, so over here, excluded value is 0 and 2. These two, okay, not allowed. You cannot have these two as your answer. So later on when you solve, if you have the answer equal to 0 or 2, you have to cross it out. It's no good. Okay. So if you go to 8, you have x minus 5 over x squared plus x minus 12. Again, you need to go and do factoring. So use your master product. So you need to have 4, negative 3. So you're going to get x plus 4, x minus 3. So in this case, your excluded value, the value not allowed, would be negative 4 and 3. So those are your excluded value. Those two answers not allowed. So you need to know that. So when you solve equation, if it came up, then you have to cross it out. Okay? So that's the excluded value. Now let's go to the actual solving. Let's go to page 422. And let's go to example 2. So you have x over 2 plus x over 3 equal to, now I'm going to put in as a fraction, so 5 over 1. Now, to solve fractional equation actually is much easier than the expression. When you have an equal, it's an equation. If it's an equation, you can multiply by LCD. You don't have to keep your LCD like the test you just did. Okay? So again, you get your LCD. In this case, it's equal to 6. Okay? Then you don't have to do step 2, step 3, step 4, and all that. Okay? That is only for expression. Okay? So right now you have equation. So you can just go and multiply by LCD. So multiply by LCD on each one. And you can go and cancel. So you got 3x. And we did this before, right? We did this when we had the work problem. Okay? In chapter 4. So cancel. So you got 2x. This one does not cancel, so equal to 30. So 5x equal to 30 divided by 5, divided by 5. So x equal to 6. Then you have to check, is there an excluded value? No, there's no variable, so all answer is good, and so that's your answer. Okay, now let's go to example 4. You have x over x minus 3 equal to 3 over x minus 3 plus 4 over 1. Again, I'm putting it as a fraction. So LCD is equal to x minus 3. So let's go and multiply by LCD. Multiply by LCD. So then all you do is go and cancel things out. So you got x equal to, cancel out, 3 plus, okay, this one does not cancel, so just multiply. And then after that, you just go and solve. So x equal to 4x, combine the like terms, so it'll be minus 9. And then you can go and minus 4x. It doesn't matter which side you go. Okay, so you can just solving. You did this since chapter 2, right? So you got negative 3x equal to negative 9. Then divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. So x equal to 3. Now you have to check. Okay, is this allowed? Well, if you look over here, what is excluded value? Excluded value is 3, right? So this is no good. Again, not allowed. So cancel it out. So that means in this case, there will be no solution. So if the answer you get is no good, then it's no solution. So you have to check. Okay, again, x cannot go to 3 because of that. So you have to check excluded value. Okay, not allowed. Because you're going to make it undefined. Okay, so let's go and keep this one over here. So let's go ahead and do some practice.